Hi everyone, welcome back to AdmitX and a brand new episode of our series University Focus, your go-to place for helpful, honest and detailed reviews of top universities around the world. My name is Prabhat Agrawal and I'm the founder and head coach at AdmitX. Today, we will review Trinity College Dublin or TCD, one of the top universities in Ireland. Founded way back in 1592, Trinity College Dublin is Ireland's oldest and most prestigious university. Trinity has one campus located in the heart of Dublin, which is close to everything from corporate parks to museums and lively cafes to historic landmarks. The university has a strong reputation for academic excellence, research and international student community. It is spread across 47 acres in Dublin city centre. The campus has top-notch facilities like state-of-the-art classrooms, an auditorium, research centers, a sports center, student accommodation and library. Trinity is home to more than 22,000 students every year, and out of that, around 35% are international students. So you can be sure that you are studying among one of the most diverse student cohorts all over the world. Although there are hundreds of reasons why you should choose Trinity, I will give you 8 biggest reasons why Trinity may be the perfect option for you. The first is that it's ranked number 1 in Ireland and 87 in the world. Trinity offers more than 220 courses at all levels. Its tuition fees is about 50% less as compared to other similarly ranked universities. Trinity offers access to global tech giants like Google, Meta and LinkedIn, which are all headquartered in Dublin. Ireland is an English-speaking country, which will ensure that you can easily adjust to the life. After studying, you will get a post-study work visa of up to 2 years. Dublin has a very strong Indian student community and a welcoming culture. And finally, Trinity's degree is recognized all across the world. मुझे पता है that आपके लिए ranking is the biggest factor before choosing a university, and Trinity definitely gets full marks in this category. Over the last 10 years, QS has ranked Trinity among the top 100 universities in the world every single year, and even in 2025, it was ranked at number 87. In Ireland, it has consistently been ranked number 1 across the last 10 years. So you can imagine how prestigious it is to study at Trinity. Even Times Higher Education, in its latest ranking, has ranked it at 139, which is extremely high among global standards. Trinity has more than 220 different courses available across all fields. But among Indian students, it is most popular for majorly 2 fields: business-related programs and technical programs. Some of the most popular courses at Trinity are MBA or MIM, Business Analytics, Data Science, Marketing, Finance, Accounting, Computer Science, Cybersecurity, Humanities and Law programs. Now I will briefly talk about how much it actually costs to study at Trinity. And let's break this section into 2 parts. First, we'll cover the tuition fees and then the living expenses. So if you're going for a UG program, your tuition fees can be between 20,000 to 30,000 euros every year, or 20 to 30 lakhs every year. And if you're going for a postgraduate course, then it can be between 16,000 euros to 30,000 euros, which is approximately 16 lakhs to 30 lakh rupees. Now let's talk about the living expenses in Dublin. As you already know, Dublin is the capital and the biggest city in Ireland. So it is naturally home to the most opportunities, and that's why most international students prefer to live and study in Dublin. That's why you can expect that the cost of living is slightly higher as compared to other cities in Ireland. So on average, for 1 year, you can expect to budget around 11 to 12 lakhs rupees per year. So therefore, your total cost of study, including your tuition fees and living expenses, can fall between 25 lakhs to 40 lakhs. अब आपको सब कुछ पता लग गया है almost. तो अब मैं आपको बताता हूँ कि what it actually takes to get into Trinity, because I am sure that you have heard that it has very high entry requirement, and that is true because unlike other universities जहाँ पर बहुत सारी seats होती हैं and there are big classrooms, Trinity maintains very small class sizes, and on average there are only 40 to 45 students per course. So you can imagine how difficult it becomes to get an admission into one of those programs. If you're going for a bachelor's degree, then you will need at least 80 to 85% in your class 12 exams. And if you're going for a master's course, then you need at least 6.5 CGPA or 60% in your bachelor's degree. But some courses have even higher entry requirements, and you might need 70% in your bachelor's or 7.5 CGPA. Now let's talk about the English language test requirements. Indian students in most cases will have to give one of the approved English exams. The 3 most popular exams are of course IELTS, TOEFL and Duolingo. So for IELTS, you will need at least 6.5, for TOEFL minimum 90, and for Duolingo minimum 120. But if you want the full list of all accepted exams and their scores and their sub-scores. You can see all of this information on the screen right now and take a screenshot. Make sure that you take a screenshot so that you can save it and refer to it later and then decide which exam you want to give. If you're an Indian student, you may be eligible to get an English test waiver, but it depends on case-to-case basis and if you want to check your eligibility. So make sure that you reach out to one of our team members and they will definitely assess your case and check if you can get a waiver. Now imagine that you are already at Trinity, but you still need a place to live, right? So it is important to understand what kind of accommodation options you have. There are of course two types. One is on campus and second off campus. Trinity has some on campus accommodation, but it is very competitive to get and fills up extremely quickly. So most students end up staying at one of the off campus accommodations. If you're living in the city center of Dublin, then rent will of course be quite high and it can be as high as 800 to 1000 euros per month. But if you stay in an apartment closer to the outskirts, then you can actually save a lot of money and you can find an apartment for 500 to 600 euros per month. Plus the public transport in Dublin is excellent and has a very wide network. So getting around the city is very easy. As an international student, funding your education is extremely important and obviously Trinity understands this. So they offer several scholarships for both bachelor's and master's courses to help you finance your education. For undergraduate courses, there are majorly three scholarships. The first is the Global Excellence Scholarship, where you can get up to 5,000 euros. The second is the CLADAC Scholarship, where you can also get up to 5,000 euros. And finally, the India Undergraduate Scholarship, where you can get between 3,000 euros to 5,000 euros. This is exclusively only for Indian students. For postgraduate courses, there are two scholarships available. The first is the Global Excellence Postgraduate Scholarship, where you can get between 2,000 euros to 5,000 euros. And the second is the Fundação Estudar Scholarship, where you can finance up to 95% of your tuition fees. Finally, the Government of Ireland also offers its own scholarship, which offers a 100% tuition fee waiver for all students. But you should keep in mind that scholarships at Trinity are extremely competitive and very hard to get. So if you're planning to study in 2026, you should already start working on your applications. So now that we are at the end of this video, let's finish with a quick list of pros and cons like always. Of course, we will start with the pros. TCD has an extremely strong global reputation and is ranked #1 in Ireland for many years. That's why its graduates benefit from strong job opportunities and an easier pathway to a PR. It is also located centrally in Dublin. That's why there is a very vibrant campus life as well as a diverse international student body. But of course, no university is perfect and there are majorly three reasons why Trinity may not be perfect for you. So admission to its programs is extremely competitive and living expenses in Dublin can be slightly on the higher side. And finally, there is very limited on-campus accommodation. But if you are considering Trinity College Dublin, then I think you should also consider the following institutions, as they also have some of the highest quality of education, such as University College Dublin, Dublin City University, University of Galway and University of Limerick. So that brings us to the end of this video. If you liked it, make sure that you hit the subscribe button so that you get notifications of future episodes of this series. And if you are considering studying abroad, then make sure that you also click the link in the description to reach out to one of our study abroad experts who can definitely help you make your dream a reality.